What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Louie and I'm going to be talking to you guys about some college tips because I am currently in college right now. I am a junior, so I know a little bit about college. Here's some things that I learned. So I go to Colorado College here in Colorado Springs, and every college has its pros and cons. To be honest, everybody's experience is different. So my freshman year, it was okay. Like, it wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst, you know, it was okay. I did learn a lot about myself through my freshman year, which is typical. College is like the experience that is going to change you, you know, like all your friends are going to come from college. Well, most of them are going to come from college. You know, if you have a wedding, they're going to come there. It's going to be amazing. So college is a really important time, and you know, it's not for everyone though. Some people don't want to go to college, and it's perfectly fine. There's other paths to do things for, but I'm going to give you guys a couple tips. So let's jump to the video. The first thing I learned when I got to college is that you do not need all the stuff that you bring here. Like, you just don't need it. Everybody brings a whole bunch of suitcases, a whole bunch of boxes of shit that you like don't need, and really all that you need is like one suitcase of clothes, a box of shoes, because you're only gonna wear like 2 or 3 the whole year. Like, trust me, that's all you're gonna wear. And like some supplies. And even with supplies, like, you don't need to go buy an entire list of shit like you do when you're in kindergarten. You don't need to do that. Like, you know, like you had the crayons, the stickers, pencils, shit, all that. Like, you do not need all of that. All you need is a couple notebooks or some loose leaf paper and a pen. That's it. That's it. That's all you need, I promise you. You do not need to bring your whole wardrobe, your entire room with you to college. You just don't need to do that. Take everything that you think you need to come to college with you and split that in half, and I promise that you're not even going to use all of that. But be sure to bring some cleaning supplies, especially if you're in a dorm and you got a community bathroom. Bring some supplies, please, because there's some interesting situations that you will find in college. You're gonna find puke. Sometimes hygiene products are not disposed of properly, and so you will see that everywhere, possibly. You know, some people just come from different backgrounds. They're not used to doing things a certain way that you might be used to. So bring cleaning supplies for sure. Bring some flip-flops for your shower, because you don't want to get foot fungus. And trust me, a lot of people get it. They get foot fungus, pink eye, the flu, all that. So protect yourself, please. So the next tip is not to limit yourself too much during your first year. Everybody has this myth that like when you go into college, you need your major figured out, your whole life plan figured out. Like, no, you just need to have an idea of what you want to do, but you don't need to say like, I want to be a cardiologist. You don't need to know all that before you go into college. You don't even need to know your major. Like, it's okay. You got a little bit of time. Like, everybody tell you, oh, you got a lot of time. You don't got a lot of time, but you got a little bit of time before you need to have your life together. I advise at least that first year of your college, either go abroad or take some classes that you don't know anything about. Like, if you're interested in something, put some classes in that field or in that sector. Like, if you like art, take some art classes, but also take some stuff that you have no idea about, because especially if you've been going to the same schools or living in the same area for most of your life before you go to college, you don't know what's out there. You don't know everything that's out there, and that's something that I wish I would have done. Everybody told me that I need to have my life together, my major, my everything, and so I took basically all pre-med classes my first year, and I don't need any of them now because I not completely, but I changed my major and stuck to my gut what I should have did in the beginning. I wish I would have went abroad for at least a semester or something like that. Now that I know my major, I'm like focused on finishing the classes for my major. I can use the extra classes to do something else that I want to, but I might not have that chance to do that. And so I say do it your freshman year, because then you still have 3 more years to figure something out. So you might find some things that you never knew existed. You know what I mean? So if you know what you want to do, that's great, but still explore a little bit your first year. Now that leads into my next point. Explore, but within reason. Like, I mean socially, okay? Like, yeah, you're gonna have a little fun, you want to go party a little bit, go do all that, but use some common sense. Like, don't go wild and try everything out there in the world, because your body is gonna be screaming screaming. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure all that bad food I ate during my freshman year, my body was screaming for help, for some water or something to help digest that shit, but that's another story. It's for a different day. Still be good to yourself. If you're an introvert like me, like at least once a month, I say once a week really, find an event that you really think is cool. Like it could be an art show and go do it. Like go have some fun. That's really important. Your social life is really important. You're not going to remember that test you took on July 20th 2017 or whatever date you want to pick. You're not gonna remember how hard that test was. You're gonna remember, oh my god, like I went to this dope place with my friends and we made this memory. That's what life is about. Like, yes, keep your academics up because it's very important and they can help you meet people, they can help like boost your career, but it's really just a journey for self-discovery. You know what I mean? For you to develop yourself while also keeping up with your academics and finding out your limits and how much you can take at a certain time. Don't go out here and go haywire. Just use some common sense. Don't go out there acting crazy because you might regret it. Okay. Oh, another thing that I want to bring up is that college is so similar to high school. I feel like I was lied to about something. Like, I don't know. You know how like in high school you expected that to be like High School Musical? Well, it was the same kind of deal, but without all the singing and the spontaneous dancing and shit, because no one does that in real life. I expected college to be like so different, but it's still like high school. Is very cliquey and weird. Another thing, I feel like this video is turning into more of like a mental health video because that's a lot of things that I learned. I learned how to deal with certain things in my freshman year. I strongly advise, for at least the first year or two of your college experience, is to like listen to, really listen, stay out of romantic relationships. Like, I know a lot of people might not understand this, but that point of staying out of romantic relationships, but just hear me out. I went into college with that mentality. You know, you might talk to some people here and there, you know, but I do not think you should be in a serious relationship first couple years of your college experience. I wound up getting into a serious relationship. It taught me a lot about myself and about other people. That's something I take away from that. Like, I appreciate that experience for teaching me. If I could have learned that stuff without going down that path, I probably would rather do that. I don't regret it, but it's just that being in a relationship is so time investing, and you end up like spending more time worrying about the other person and you sacrifice yourself at some point. And so college is all about growth. You should be able to look back at your college experience 4 years later and be like, oh my god, like I grew so much. Like I don't even recognize myself because I grew like in so much in a positive way. And I feel like relationships could possibly hinder you a little bit. You cannot completely give yourself to someone or share your life experience with someone until you know yourself, until you're content with yourself, until you have self-love. And I know that there's like a lot of emphasis on self, because I really do think that's important in your first year. Like, you really need to focus on self-love, finding out your limits, your balance as much as you can about yourself. And then you could be like, oh, you know, I see a little snack over there, you know, I might try to, you know, have my Tinder experiences. Long story short, I don't use Tinder either because you meet some really creepy people on there. Have fun, meet people or whatever, but I'll say do not jump into any serious relationship. But if you meet the love of your life and someone you want to spend the rest of your life with and you have no doubt, then go for it. So more on the social life topic, be yourself. Like, I feel like too many people, when they go into college, they feel like they have to do all this crazy stuff and pretend to be this person who they really not, just to fit in with people. And you gotta remember that everybody, oh no, not everybody, but a lot of people are thinking the same way as you. They might feel like, I gotta act this way to, you know, really fit in with these people. Just be yourself. There is always gonna be somebody that don't like you, and there's always gonna be people that like you. So just be yourself and find your clique, find your group that you really can relate to, and that you don't feel as if you have to be pushed to do something that you don't want to do. Okay, so I'm about to break this down to y'all. I didn't think that this was real, but it is. So we're gonna talk about the freshman 15. Mine was more close to freshman 25, freshman 30. It's real, y'all. So y'all need to, I'm not saying that it's bad to gain weight or whatever, but when you're in college, you're gonna have a lot more stress. You might have more stress than normal, and there's gonna be nights where you feel like, oh my god, I gotta study, I don't got time to get dinner, so you got these snacks and you just eat that for the night. Try not to do that, because your body's already going through stuff. Try to stay healthy. Yeah, so don't be sitting there chowing down on a large bag of M&Ms or Doritos for dinner every night because you gotta study. Like at my school, everybody at my school lives and breathes studying. Like we go party, oh well, I don't go party that much, but the people at my school go party. The people at my school go party, but during the week, everybody lives and breathes studying. My school is really small. There's only like 2,000 students here. Everybody in my school is very dedicated to their grades. And that's great because it helps me be more accountable for myself. So stay healthy and stay active. Like, you know, if you've been eating a whole bunch of junk food, maybe swap that out for an apple or orange or some veggies, some carrots, you know, improve your eyesight. So you don't end up with glasses like moi, because I didn't like my carrots. So I talked a little bit about the balance between your social life and academic life. It's really important to have some type of a schedule. On my freshman year, maybe I should talk a little bit about my school, because my college is quite different than other schools. So my school, Colorado College, so we have something called the block plan. So basically we take one class every 3.5 weeks, and then we have a couple days, like 4 days, before we have to jump into our next class. So you only got one class, but it's important to have a schedule. Once you get out of class, review your notes for like 30 minutes or something like that, just real quick, so that it's fresh in your memory. Study before you go and hang out with your friends, so then you don't have to worry about, oh my god, I still gotta do my homework when I get back. If you just spend at least an hour or even 30 minutes studying every day, it's just gonna make your life a whole lot easier, sis, and that's what we want. We don't want to be stressed out for the rest of our life. So there you go. There are some tips that, of stuff that I learned from college so far. I still have 2 years left. So like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video. If you like me, if you like my channel, subscribe to my channel. But yeah, I might do like some snack reviews, something like that, thrifting hauls. I wish you guys the best. And I send love, peace, and happiness your way. Okay? See you next week.